UFC Moreno versus Kavanagh is taking place this weekend. I'm going to go through each and every fight, give my pick and prediction for the fights that I kind of know. Some of the fighters you're not going to know as well, of course. It's always how it works. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into it, guys. It's kind of a mid card. Not going to lie, there's a lot of contender series, a lot of, you know, newer fighters, a lot of people you're not going to recognize, like I said. But let's get right into it. First fight, Damian Pinas versus Wes Schultz. I'm pretty sure this is striker versus grappler, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to open up their little profile here, see what they have. This guy's 1-0. This guy's 1-1. 6'2". This guy's as tall as a piece of fuzz in your floor. I don't know. Man, I think I'm gonna go with. I'm just gonna take a wild guess by looking at. Of course, this guy's a grappler. 40% takedown accuracy. Even if he doesn't get it, he's gonna be like Gamrot pretty much. He's just gonna keep going for the takedown, keep going for the takedown. This guy's landing almost 10 strikes per minute, and he's also absorbing a lot. This guy's absorbing a lot. You know, he's landing half and he's absorbing pretty much half because he's more of a grappler. This guy hasn't been tested. So who do you go with? You're going to go with the guy, you know what I mean? Like, this guy could knock this dude out, of course. Absolutely. I'm going to go with Wes Schultz by decision. I think that his style is probably, his style is probably going to be too much for a guy like this. I'm sure this guy is going to he's going to get good, whatever. Once he gets a couple fights, but this early, this guy, I think Wes Schultz takes this one home with a decision. I'm going to say 29-28. I think in the first round, Damian's going to land a couple shots maybe. And this guy's just going to keep the pressure on, wear this guy down. His shots aren't going to be as powerful later on. Maybe he lands a couple strikes too. So, Wes Schultz by decision. Next fight, Eric Silva versus Francis Marshall. I'm going to go with Francis Marshall. Let's see. They're both coming off a loss. Not exactly sure. Their losses, to be honest with you. Call me a casual. Don't care. All right, let's see here. Let's look at their finishing stats. This guy's got some short fight time. Francis landing a lot more. This guy's landing a lot more significant strikes. Of course, this is only based on a couple fights, so it's kind of hard to. Next fight, Sofia Montenegro versus Ernesta Caracate. You got to be careful with this girl's last name. I'm going with Ernesta Caracante. I'm just going to stick by the overall rule of whoever looks like the fighter probably is going to be the better fighter. And just tell me right now, why do you think this girl is here? Do you think she's actually 100,000% committed to fighting? Maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to take a wild guess and say that she's not as much as this woman. They clearly have different priorities. Her hair is up. She's ready to go, ready to scrap. Mind you, they just set her up with this gear just to get some photos of her. But still, she's 0-1. She's 6-1. Let's not act like we know who these people are. A bunch, of course, we know Caracante. Knockdown average. She got a knockdown in her loss at least. I'm not going to go back and watch every single fight. You know what I mean? I don't really have time for that. I'm not going to act like I have time for that. If you guys want to, go for it. I'm going with Ernesta Caracate. Let's look at the strikes real quick. She's even landing almost double the strikes. They're both absorbing a lot of strikes as well. Their takedown defense is good. Accuracy is good. I'm gonna go with Ernesto Caracate by decision. It's a woman's fight. I'm not gonna count on a finish. So yeah. Douglas Silva de Andrade versus Javier Reyes. I'm gonna go with Douglas Silva de Andrade. Complete and utter mismatch. Andrade, of course, he's later in his fighting career. I mean, just look at the guy. This guy doesn't look any better or younger. Andrade has so much more experience. 35 professional fights. This guy has one. I mean, is this at a catchweight? What is this at featherweight? This is gonna be a catchweight, right? Or I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna go with Andrade by freaking amazing takedown defense, takedown accuracy, takedown. Do you go with Andrade by? I'm gonna go with Andrade by knockout. I mean, look at the dude's record. Andrade gets 69% knockouts. Not a lot of subs. He's from Brazil. That's why I checked it. I was trying to double check, does this guy get submissions, but not really. I'm going to go with Andrade by a first round TKO. Pretty simple. Let's not overthink it. Next fight, Christian Quinones versus Chris Moutinho. I cannot believe this guy is in his, what is it, his third or fourth? I think it's his third UFC fight, and he's on a 2-loss streak. Dude, I don't understand. I'm going with Christian Quinones by TKO. I could even see a decision. Chris Moutinho is super tough, hard to finish unless you are. His name is slipping off the tip of my tongue, dude. Oh man, construction worker, dude. Cam, is it Cam? No, never mind, bro. Just knocked him out. Just knocked Chris Moutinho out with the freaking hook, bro. A left hook, some shit like that. Yeah, Sean O'Malley couldn't put him away. That just shows you the power difference. Sean O'Malley doesn't have that much power. He's got good accuracy and long, lengthy limbs, so he lands those shots. Couldn't put Chris away. Homeboy put Chris away with one clean shot to the chin. Yeah, I'm going with Christian Quinones by, I'm just going to say TKO. I would say decision, but like, come on, man. Come on, man. He even has good accuracy, takedown defense. Yeah, Quinones by TKO. Let's not overthink it. Like, this isn't the one where Chris is just going to randomly outstrike Quinones. This isn't a fight where he's gonna randomly just knock out or submit this guy. Yeah, he just has no will in there. He's tough. He's very tough. That's all he has. He has no power. He's just gritty, man. He's just gritty. He's not that good. Next fight, Ailin Perez versus Macy Chiasson. I'm actually kind of excited for this fight. Make fun of me. I don't really care. This fight, man, it's kind of a tough one because they're both like really good fighters. Obviously Ailin Perez is a little bit more consistent. Macy Chiasson is going to have a huge size advantage, and we've seen in the past that has given trouble to some women fighters. Long reach on her legs, her arms. She's taller. She's going to probably weigh a little bit more. Macy's good, dude. That's what's tough about this fight. Is like Ailin Perez, she's like a meme. Like, she twerks and like shakes her butt and does all that fun stuff. She's an okay fighter. But I just think, like, look at here, 50% decision, gets some knockouts. They're pretty similar here. Macy gets more submissions. You know, they're both not really getting many knockdowns per fight. Like, look how close their stats are, dude. Macy's absorbing a lot more strikes. And then you got Aylin Perez. She's landing a lot more takedowns, man. It's tough, dude. It's so tough. I'm gonna go with Aylin Perez by decision. I think she's I think the striking is gonna be kind of similar. I just think where the difference is gonna lie is Aylin Perez's pressure. Like Macy's taller and sure she might weigh a couple more pounds, but Aylin Perez is more like compact. You know what I'm saying? Like once Aylin Perez gets a hold of Macy Chasson, I don't think she's going to be able to get away quickly. Like, I think Aylin Perez is going to be stronger than she thinks. She's going to be pretty heavy as well. Like, she's probably going to weigh like 150, in her 150s. Of course, she is as well. But, dude, I'm going with Aylin Perez by decision. I think just a couple of takedowns, maybe a couple strikes. If she lands some ground and pound, it's just I think that's going to be the difference here. So I'm going with Aylin Perez by decision. 29-28. It's going to be pretty close of a fight. Macy's a great fighter. Next fight, this is the featured bout on the prelims. Ryan Gandra versus Jose Daniel Medina. Let's just take a quick look at this really quick. You got two chums, dude. Neither very good. Obviously, never seen this guy fight. Not gonna lie. I do know Jose is tough, bro. I've seen one of his fights. Holy cow. Okay, yeah. He does. He's only got one fight, landing 11 per minute. If that was the only minute that he fought, of course, it's going to be pretty high. When you've got like 30, 40, 50 fights, that's when these stats like really matter. Like, they're consistent with it. Let's just see, man. Jose is absorbing a lot of strikes. Come on, dude. Defense, his striking defense is amazing. He's absorbing a lot less. He's landing a lot. Of course, it's only one fight, like I said, but come on, dude. This guy is nothing crazy to be like, all right, this guy has no chance. He's got no fights. I'm going with Ryan Gandra by TKO. I mean, he's a pretty thick dude compared to Jose. I don't know, man. Like, I think he's going to land pretty hard and consistently. I think he's going to get Jose out of there. I'm going with Ryan Gandra by TKO. Here we have the main card. First fight, I thought that was Umar Nurmagomedov at first, bro. That's hilarious. We got Santiago Luna versus Angel Pacheco. He really looks like Umar, bro. You got 7-0 versus 7-3 from the United States. That's crazy. Let's see. Holy cow, 150. Yeah. This dude's a thick boy. All right, let's look at a couple of their. Damn, this dude's getting a lot of KO, TKO. Average fight time is 15 minutes. All right, let's see. This dude's. Wait, what? Did I see that correctly? Oh, where was it at? Bro, what was that? Oh, there it is. Knockdown average. 10. Bro, what? 10 knockdowns? Almost 11 knockdowns per 15 minutes? What? How was that? Dude, after a couple knockdowns, after like 5 knockdowns, it should be like a freaking TKO loss. But I didn't see that fight most likely, so someone's going to call me out and be like, dude, he like barely touched him and they counted it as a knockdown. They did that like 4 times, bro. I don't know, bro, but landing per minute 10 versus absorbing. He's also absorbing a lot of strikes per minute. That's crazy. Gosh, bro. Let's see. All right, this is the most likely outlier. I'm just going to go with Santiago Luna by decision. I think it's going to be a close fight. I do think Santiago Luna is probably going to mix in a little bit of grappling, hopefully, with this guy. Yeah, let's just not get hit a lot by this guy. He's got pretty good defense. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Santiago Luna by decision. Not very confident. Next fight, Imanol Rodriguez versus Kevin Borjas. Sheesh, man. Peru versus Mexico. Oh man. This I don't know, dude. Oh, just when you thought 10 per 15 minutes wasn't enough, they threw 20 significant strikes per 15 minutes at me. That was on the Contender Series, of course, using the and one shorts and the non-branded UFC gloves. Um, I'm gonna go with, like, at a certain extent, you can't really use their records as like, oh, this guy's 1-0, this guy's 10-4, this guy's gonna win. He's got so much more experience. No, dude, this guy's young. He's been fighting. He's got some amateur fights, I'm sure. This isn't just he's in the UFC, bro. He's got some fights. He knows how to scrap. That means nothing. Like, I'm gonna go with Emmanuel Rodriguez by I'm gonna go with Emmanuel Rodriguez by TKO. I think he's just gonna land some hard shots if he can get to Kevin Borjas. I think he's gonna land harder shots. I say like he can get to him like he doesn't almost absorb strikes per minute. If those 6 strikes are some pretty hard shots by Emmanuel, he's gonna get put away. So I'm gonna go with Emmanuel Rodriguez by TKO. Next fight, Edgar Chairez versus Felipe Bunes. I'm gonna go with Edgar Chairez, man. Edgar Chairez is a very good fighter. He's super well-rounded, super tough. He hits pretty hard. Yeah, I'm going with Edgar Chairez. We'll look at his stats and stuff like that. Nothing crazy. Points out on the screen. Edgar, see, the thing with, wow, they're super, super close. Super close here. This guy's going for more grappling, of course, more takedowns and stuff like that. I'm gonna go with Edgar Chairez. This guy might put the pressure on just a little bit more, but I don't think that's gonna fade Edgar. Like, I think he might get a TKO here, to be completely honest with you. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Edgar Chairez by TKO. This guy's got a lot of losses, so it's that could easily happen. Next fight, Daniel Zellhuber versus King Green. Bro, Bobby Green has almost 4 times the fights. He's got like 3.5 times the fights of this guy. It's actually insane. Zellhuber is a huge guy. He's 6'1". He's a huge guy. I feel like he's gonna mog over Bobby Green. I think he's gonna look so much taller than Bobby Green, bro. Like, tall. He's gonna look taller than 3 inches, maybe like 4 to 5 inches taller, just because kind of Bobby's legs are a little bit wider. He's doing that boxing stance. He's not standing straight up, whereas Daniel Zellhuber, he's kind of a little bit more standing up taller of a fighter. You know, he keeps that chin up. I'm going with Daniel Zellhuber by KO, dude. If gosh, what's that guy's name, dude? Man, Noche UFC. You guys know who I'm talking about. Come on, dude. Ah, if this guy can't be put away with 200 significant strikes, Bobby Green's not putting him away. Grant Dawson, he's gonna get knocked out, bro. When you're like, you know what I mean? Hoofy, he lands some cool shit, some different shit. Zellhuber is more of a boxer. He's not really landing as much spinning stuff. He might throw it, but like, he's just gonna be in the pocket with Bobby Green, and they're gonna be throwing down until someone goes to sleep, and that's gonna be Bobby Green going to sleep. I'm going with Daniel Zellhuber by, I'll say, early second round knockout. Bobby Green is pretty good with his footwork and staying safe in the first round, maybe 2 rounds. I'm gonna go with Zellhuber by a second round knockouts. He's just younger. He's got probably more knockouts. like his knockout percentage is more. Let's see the significant strikes. He's actually absorbing double the strikes, but Bobby Green doesn't hit that hard. He's not going to put him away. He's got a tough chin. We've seen his chin. We've seen Bobby Green put away many, many, many times. Bobby Green he's more of a wrestler, of course. This guy's takedown defense is 94%. Daniel Zellhuber by KO all freaking day. Put the house on it. Next fights, Marlon Chito Vera versus David the Doctor Martinez. If you guys don't know, David Martinez is a doctor or was a doctor before the UFC. This dude is nasty with it. He is nasty, bro. If Chito, if there's a couple fighters that haven't been able to put Chito away, dude, it might be David Martinez, bro. Like, there's only so many fights you're gonna have where you're in a war, you're in a dogfight, showing your chin before you're sat down and just put away. Maybe not out cold, like Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira, but you might get TKO'd. You know what I'm saying? I truly do believe David Martinez is going to knock out Chito Vera. It's only 3 rounds. It might take him a minute. Dude, I think he's going to get the KO here. Like, he hits hard, bro. He's newer in the UFC. He's got a chip on his shoulder is what I'm trying to say. Sean O'Malley was putting on a great performance. Amazing. Couldn't knock out Chito. He threw everything he could, put himself in the fire, sure. But this guy, I feel like he's just going to be in the pocket more. He's not going to be, jabbing. He's going to be in the pocket, throwing down a lot more. And I do believe he's going to get the TKO over Marlon Chito Vera, which I believe that would be his first knockout loss. Yeah, if we see Chito go to the grappling in this fight and he didn't do it against Sean O'Malley, I don't know what to say, bro. I'm going with David Martinez by a 3rd round TKO. I think he's going to put it on Chito. Chito's going to put it on him back. I don't think he's going to land anything significant on David Martinez. Maybe a lucky spinning back kick or something. Who knows? Spinning wheel kick, whatever you want to call it. A spinning wheel kick. David Martinez by a 3rd round TKO. Also can see it going to a decision and David Martinez getting it as well because Chito doesn't win those. Here we are. Main event of the evening. Brandon Moreno versus Loner Kavanagh. This is an okay scrap. Not a bad scrap. Man, not gonna overthink this one as well. I mean, bro, Brandon Moreno's been in there with some of the best fighters in the flyweight division. Multiple rounds with Pantoja. He's been in there with everyone, bro. Kai, he's been in there with everyone. So let's look at their stats a little bit here. Brandon Moreno, the decision machine, of course. Can Loner put Brandon Moreno away? I don't think so. I really don't think so at all. They're landing their stats are very similar. Very, very similar. Very, very similar. It's crazy. This is actually crazy. Dude. It's a tough fight, man. Do you see Loner Kavanagh getting his hand raised against Brandon Moreno? I don't, bro. I do not. I just do not. He might get the W, though. You know what I mean? It's just the problem with Moreno. He doesn't hit hard enough. He doesn't hit hard enough. I feel like Loner Kavanagh is going to put the pressure on when it's needed, when there needs to be fire. In flames, Kavanagh is going to bring the flames. Moreno can be in a scrap, but he's a little bit more of a safer scrap. Dude, I'm going with Loner Kavanagh by a decision here. I just think he's going to land the harder shots. I think he might, the grappling is going to be pretty even. I think the difference will actually be here on the feet. I think he's just going to land harder shots. I think there's going to be more damage on Moreno's face. more blood, that all those things are going to matter at the end of the fight. So I'm going to go with Loner Kavanagh by decision. Unfortunately, I hate to do it. He's a young, good, great. I don't even want to call him a prospect, but you kind of can, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to go with Loner Kavanagh by a decision here. Can we see Brandon Moreno squeak out a decision as well? Because he's up to par with the grappling, the striking. Maybe he outstrikes Loner. I don't know. Maybe he's using his slick, dodges some more punches. But I'm gonna just go with Loner Kavanagh by decision here. There's always a time for the old fighters to leave and the new fighters to come in, and this might be that time. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next video.